Also tonight, 10 leaders in Marion, Virginia are giving thanks that a day of protests has concluded with no arrests or injuries.
Well, the protests weren't violent. They were not without confrontation, revealing really a deep divide in opinions on race and regional history. At one point, police created a human barrier to keep the peace between the two groups.
ANSLEE Daniel has more on what happened.
Main Street in Marion is quiet now, but earlier barricades were up as Black Lives Matter and Patriot protesters marched and at times faced off.
No justice! No peace! No justice! No peace!
Marion, Virginia saw hours of protest from two different groups Friday afternoon. One group marching for Black Lives Matter.
So many people came out to raise awareness. See, when I march to raise awareness, knowing change takes time. And I did a call to action. I told all my young people to vote. So I'm on a mission right now.
The other saying they were there to protect a Confederate monument and stand with police.
We are not a community of hate. We don't need our officers defunded, and we're not going to stand for it. That's just the way that it is. This town is together until this started.
Throughout the march, both groups met with some tension.
Over at the KFC, we just weren't prepared for that kind of interaction right at that moment. I think part of the de-escalation was simply an increased presence, creating more space, and plus both groups, I think, wanted the other groups to move on.
One of those times over a barricade with over 200 officers from across the region working the events.
It was probably just enough. I mean, we were prepared for a lot of contingencies, but you can see that we didn't have any extra people around. I mean, we had absolutely everything we needed, along with the Virginia State Police.
Despite those points of tension and the heavy law enforcement presence here today, Marion Police Chief CLAIR says that he is very proud of the way everyone handled themselves and the way everything ended, especially considering that there were no arrests. In Marion, Virginia, ANSLEE Daniel, News Channel 11.